Hi everyone. In today's challenge, we are going to solve this problem. The problem name is longest arithmetic subsequence of given difference, and the problem number is 1218. Alright, guys. So first of all, we are going to clearly understand the problem statement. After understanding the problem statement, then we will move to the logic part, and there we are going to see how we can solve this problem. What is the logic to solve this problem? And after understanding the logic part, then we will move to the implementation part, and there we are going to implement our logic in Python, C++, Java, and JavaScript programming language. Fine, guys. And one more thing, guys. Here I have created this particular playlist, Leetcode Daily Challenge, and I will keep pushing my all the problem solution, which I will gonna make in the further future videos. So, for the example, yesterday I have make a video on the course schedule problem. So I have just pushed all the Python, C++, Java, and JavaScript solutions. You can have a look as well. So this is just for your reference. If you stuck somewhere, if you are not getting, or if you want to take a help from the solution as well, so you can have a look on this particular repository as well. I'll share the link in the description as well of this repository, right? Now let's see what this problem says, right? So let's understand the problem statement first of all. So guys, problem says given an integer array ARR and integer different. So you can see that we are given two things. One is nothing but an array. The name is nothing but ARR. Second is nothing but we can say integer only, right? The name is nothing but difference. Fine. Return the length of longest subsequence in ARR, which is arithmetic subsequence, right? Not subsequence, sequence only. Such that the difference between adjacent element in the subsequence equals to the difference. So nothing but guys, now we are what we have to do, we have to find the longest subsequence first of all, and what that subsequence should be in arithmetic sequence, and arithmetic sequence should be of a difference of given difference. I know it's little complex, but let's break into simple part. So first thing is nothing but, let's say we are given this array. Now from this array there are some elements, we have to find some elements, means a subsequence. So let's say there are 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. So I found nothing but 2, 4, 6. I just take a three element from this particular array. Why? Because I'm assuming that this is my longest subsequence, right? After that, it should be in arithmetic sequence of a given difference, right? We are given a one variable difference, right? So of a difference, let's say difference is number 2, so we have to say it should be the arithmetic sequence of difference 2. So you can see guys, everyone have a difference of 2, right? If you don't know what arithmetic subsequence, so let's first of all understand that particular thing. So guys, let's say we have an array 2, 4, 6, and 8. So this is an arithmetic subsequence, not sequence. This is only arithmetic sequence of a difference 2. You can see each adjacent element or adjacent number have a difference of 2, right? 4 minus 2 is 2, 6 minus 4 is 2, 8 minus 6 is also 2. So all having a difference 2 only. So this is arithmetic sequence of 2 difference. And if we go to this particular thing, so you can see guys, this is also an arithmetic sequence because all the numbers are having a same difference, right? 10 minus 5 is also 5, 15 minus 10 is also 5, 20 minus 15 is also 5. So we can say this is also an arithmetic sequence, but a difference of 5. And now just what we have to change in this problem, we have to just say, we have to find arithmetic sequence of the given difference, not a 5, not a 2. Let's say given a difference 3, then we have to find a given of 3, we can say difference. If we given a difference 10, then we have to find arithmetic sequence of 10 difference. So same thing guys, right? So in this problem, we are given a difference 2 and given this array. So we have to find two arithmetic sequence of a difference 2. So I pick this 3 element, and I know that these 3 element have a difference of 2 for the adjacent number, right? 4 minus 2, if you see, the difference is 2 only. 6 minus 4 is the difference is 2 only. After that, I can say the length is nothing but 3 element only. So length is nothing but 3. So return 3. Right. Same thing here, they told us nothing but we are given first array, second difference, then you have to take a longest subsequence, and that subsequence should be arithmetic subsequence or arithmetic sequence of given difference. Right. So I hope you understood this. Let's move to the example, and then we'll see this particular problem, right? So you can have a better understanding with the example. So in the example, we are given this 1, 2, 3, 4 array, and difference is 1. So let's write a 1, 2, 3, 4 array. Now we have to take our subsequence from this array of a difference 1, right? So you can see we are given difference 1. That means all the adjacent elements should have a difference 1. So 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1, right? So we can take this particular one. 3 minus 2 is also 1. 4 minus 3 is also 1. So we can say guys, here all the values are having a adjacent difference 1. So we can say this whole complete array is only a arithmetic sequence of difference 1. So we can say return 4 only. Output you will say as well. Output is nothing but we can say 4 only, right? So you can see, right? Because this complete array is also a arithmetic sequence of difference 1. Now in the second example, you can see we are given 1, 3, 5, 7, and we need to find a difference of arithmetic sequence of difference 1. So we need to find a subsequence which have where adjacent element have a difference 1. But if we take one element and we'll take any other element, this will not gonna give answer because everyone is a distance of more than 1. And if we take any other element as well, so it will not gonna work, right? So we can say we can take only any one number, because if we take any one number, so there is no adjacent element, so we don't need to find any difference. So we can say we can take any one number and that will be our answer. So simple, either you can take 7 or you can take a 1 or you can take 3 or you can take 5, right? So this is nothing but your arithmetic sequence of difference 1. So we are going to return nothing but length 1, right? So you can see output as well 1. In the third example, you can see 1, 5, 7, 8, 5, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. So this complete array. So we have to find arithmetic sequence from this particular array of a difference minus 2. Now how we can do this? That we will see in the logic part, but how answer 4 came here, that we are going to see. So we are taking 1, then we are taking 3, then we are taking 5, then we are taking a 7. So if you will combine this 1, 3, 5, 7. So if you will see here guys, so this is not in arithmetic sequence of minus 2. This is arithmetic sequence of 2 plus 2, right? Because 3 minus 1 is 2, 5 minus 7 is 2, 7 minus 5 is 2. But as we are allowed to take a subsequence, not a we can say substrings, we are going to take a subsequence, not a subarray, right? So what we can do, we can say you can take 7 earlier, then you can take a 5, then you can take a 3, then you can take a 1. Now you can see guys, this is a difference of minus 2, right? 5 minus 7 is minus 2, 3 minus 5 is minus 2, 1 minus 3 is minus 2, right? So this means nothing but we can say the answer is nothing but 4, because we have a 4 length of array or for length of subsequence, which is in arithmetic sequence of a difference minus 2. So I hope guys this makes sense. So we have understood 3 examples. So this make your mindset clear with this particular problem. So now guys, what we can do, we can move to the logic part if you understood the problem statement. So let's move to the logic part and try to understand the logic how we can solve this particular problem, right? So the first logic is nothing but brute force approach, which you can do, right? Traversing on each particular number, uh, we can say twice, thrice, and number of time for just keep checking of that particular difference, right? If you are able to make that particular arithmetic sequence of that particular difference. So this is nothing but a brute force approach. Everyone can do this, right? But yeah, the problem is nothing but time complexity and space complexity. That will be go high, which will not acceptable, right? The second thing in nothing but which you can use is DP. DP is nothing but longest increasing subsequent problem. If you have solved this particular problem, longest increasing subsequence. So same concept we can use here and we can solve this particular problem. But still, the time complexity will be big of n square and space complexity will be big of n, right? So which is not acceptable here as well, because that here constant is nothing but 10 is to 5, right? So we can't use the n square concept. So what we are going to do here guys, then we are going to move to the third solution, which is again going to be a hash map solution. And why is it so? You will find it really very easy. So I'm just going to take a bigger array, because this will going to have a big best understanding how this particular logic going to work, right? So just let me just remember these numbers: 157853421, 15785. Let me just quickly write 1578534 and 1. Let me just confirm once. 3421, right? Right. So now this is the array we are given with, and difference in nothing but we can say minus 2, right? So now what we have to do, we have to use a hash map logic, and what is this hash map we'll see, but we have to use this logic and we have to get the answer 4, right? So what I'm going to do guys, I'm just going to traverse one time only, nothing else. So I'm going to say I'm just here for initially, I'm going to say 1 at 1, fine, and the difference is nothing but minus 2, right? So just subtract this much. 1 minus 2 is nothing but what? 1 minus 2 is 3. 1 minus 2 and minus 2 was there, so 1 minus minus 2 is nothing but 3, right? So if we subtract 1 minus this difference, so we are getting 3. So we are going to check in our different this particular hash map, do we have a 3? No, we don't have 3. So we are going to assign nothing but one value, so we can make only one element arithmetic subsequence with this number, right? Fine. Then move to the next number, which is nothing but 5. Okay, with 5, 5 minus minus 2 means 5 minus difference is nothing but 5 minus minus 2 is nothing but 7, right? So 7 is in our dictionary. So in dictionary we don't have 7 right now. So we are going to say fine. So we are going to assign again a 1 to it. Then we'll come to 7. 7 minus minus 2 is nothing but 9. So 9 is in our dictionary. No, 9 is not in our hash map dictionary. So we can say assign 9 to also 1. So we can make only one arithmetic subsequence array or the difference minus 2. Then we'll come to 8. 8 minus minus 2, which is nothing but 10. So 10 is in our dictionary. No, 10 is also not in our dictionary. So assign 1. Right. Now the logic comes again 5. So 5 minus minus 2 is nothing but 7. Right. So 7 is in our dictionary. So I make a one mistake here, guys. So I have to assign here 7, right? So this was nothing but indexes value, right? Here it was 8. Right. So 5 minus minus 2 is nothing but 7. So 7 is in our dictionary, right? Right. 7 is in our dictionary, which have a value 1. So now what you have to do, you have to just write a 5 and you have to just increment this value by 1. So this is nothing but 2, right? So we can say 2. And what did this particular thing tell us? That this particular thing tell us that with this particular number 5, I can make a 2 length of an array of arithmetic sequence of a difference minus 2. and you can see that array is nothing but 7 and 5. So I can make a two length of an array with this particular number, right? Let's move ahead. So now we have a 3. 3 minus 2, and minus 2 is nothing but 5. So 5 do have, we have 5 in our dictionary, right? 5 we have dictionary in 1 and 2. But as you know that in hash map, key always replace, right? We can't have two key at the same time. So this will always gonna be override with this one, right? So we can say, yes, we have 5 in our key and just we have to increment them. On 3, we can say increment this 5 value by 1. So it's not going to be nothing but 3. So 3 key, this 3 key represent, we have a 3 length of an array of arithmetic sequence of a difference minus 2. So which is nothing but 7, 5 and 3. Fine. Now let's move ahead. So now we have 4. So we have 4 minus minus 2 is nothing but 6. Do we have 6 in our array or hash map? No. So we are going to assign to 4 is nothing but 1 only. Fine. And then we are come to 2. So 2 minus minus 2, which is nothing but we can say 4. Right. Do we have 4 in our hash map? Yes, we can have 4. So we are going to say assign 2 to 4 plus 1. Whatever the value of 4, that is nothing but 1. So 1 plus 1 is nothing but we can say 2, right? So this is tell us that with 4 value, we can have a at max of size of nothing but 2 length of array, which have a difference nothing but minus 2, which is nothing but 4 comma 2. This is also giving a difference of minus 2. This is also one arithmetic subsequence, right? Arithmetic sequence, right? After that, we have just one more value, which is nothing but 1. This is 1. So what we are going to do, 1 minus minus 2 is nothing but 3. 1 minus minus 2 is nothing but 3. So 3 is nothing but, do we have 3 in our hash map? You can see guys, we have 3 in our hash map, which have value 3. So we are going to increment this value over here. We can say 1. 3 plus 1 is nothing but 4. So we can say guys, now with one value, we are going to able to make 4 length of an array where arithmetic sequence of a difference is nothing but minus 2. That is nothing but 7, 5, 3 and 1. This is the thing, right? I hope it makes sense. So once this loop is over, you can see we don't have any more element in our this array. So we are going to break a loop and we are going to return the maximum value from our hash map, which is nothing but 4 only. So we are going to return nothing but answer 4. I hope you understood this particular thing, right? Simple logic, nothing, a very simple logic, right? Just we are using a hash map. We are keeping record of a difference. Like for each number, how many times we can, how much big element or how much big array we can make with this number, such that our arithmetic sequence should exist of a difference minus 2. Simple thing, right? If you're still not getting, don't worry. Let's move to the implementation part, and there we are going to understand how we can do this thing, right? So let's move to the implementation part, and there we are going to do this, right? So I'm here. First of all, let me increase the size. So guys, I'm here first of all with the Python. Let's quickly make a dictionary which is empty dictionary and result which is initially 1, because at least one element will be there. They have given us in the constraint. So at least one element will be there, and even we could not able to find a single thing. If even we could not find a single element with a difference of minus 2 or any given difference, still there will be one number which will satisfy the condition, right? We can still return one number. So result will always going to be at least 1. It could be more than that, but it should not be less than 1, right? After that, what we are going to do, we are going to say just traverse over this array for I in range of length of an array, right? And after that, we can say nothing but our count means how much we are just going to keep a count is nothing but, let me just go to this particular thing. Count is nothing but this particular value, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we can say count is nothing but dictionary dot get ARR of my I minus difference. So this is nothing but a key, which is we are going to find. So this is nothing but a key. So if we could able to find, then fine. If this key does not present, means we are exploring it first time, so return 0. And after that, we are going to increment by 1, right? So why I am doing this? See guys, if we able to find a key, then it's cool. If we able to find a key, then we have to increment it by 1 and we have to insert that particular value in this particular value, right? So that means nothing but ARR of dictionary of this particular I should be equal to now this particular count, right? But if key does not present, so what we were putting 1 there, right? So that's what I'm doing. If key does not present, so return 0 and add into a 1, right? So same thing we are doing here. After doing this, what we are going to do, we are going to say result should be equal to the maximum of result comma count, and here we can simply return result. 5 line of code, right? Let's run this code and see whether it's working fine or no. And you can see all the SQS pass finally. Simple, right? Let's try to submit this code as well. So you will surprise seeing the solution, guys. This is a very easy problem, right? Fine. Now let's move to the next programming language, which is nothing but C++. There again, we are going to do simple thing. First of all, let's define a result, which in 1, then unordered map, and here int and int, the name is dictionary. Then we are going to just use a loop for int I 0, I less than ARR dot size. Let me write size I plus plus, right? And here we are going to say, first of all, if our that particular key, we can say count, and count is initially 1, and we can say if our that dictionary dot find that particular key ARR of minus difference is present, is not equal to, we can say is not equal to dictionary dot end, that means it is present. So we can say our count should be equal to what? Count should be equal to the dictionary dot this particular arr of minus difference, right? And we can say it should be incremented by 1. You have to increment this by 1. Fine. After doing this, what we are going to do, we are going to say result should be equal to maximum of result comma count, and before that we are going to insert dictionary this particular value arr of I, this particular count, right? So what we are doing here, guys, same thing. First of all, we are checking whether that particular key already present. If it is present, so count should be 1 plus 2 the value of that particular key. But if key does not present, so count should be 1 only, right? Here int count is equal to 1. I have already defined. And now after that, what we are doing, we are just putting in this particular current value that particular count, and we are just also getting a maximum value from our hash every time. Then we are returning nothing but result, so which is nothing but taking a maximum value every time. So let's see. And you can see, guys, this also got passed. So let's try to submit this code as well. So problem is really easy, guys, but the problem is nothing but try to understand the logic part, right? If you understood the logic, you can easily implement in your programming language as well. Now let's move to the Java. And here what we are going to do, we are going to say int count, which is not count, int result, which is initial 1. Then we are going to make it a map, integer, let me write integer, and there we are going to say dictionary, which is nothing but new hash map. Fine. So Java has a lot of syntax, right? So we can say now, guys, for int I is equal to 0, for I less than, we can say what, arr dot length, and I plus plus, and here we're going to say nothing but, guys, if that particular key is present, right? So we can say initially count is nothing but 1, and we can't do this as well. We can simply do like this as well, dictionary dot get or default. What this will do, this will just check if key is present, so it will return that particular value, otherwise return that value which we have, which we are want, right? Which we want. So let me just give here, if arr of minus difference, if that key is present, so return this value. But if it is not present, then what you have to return, you have to return 0, and then we are incrementing by 1, and we are saying that this result should be maximum of result from account, and we are also saying that dictionary of arr of I should not, this particular thing, we have to use a get method, arr of I should be equal to this particular count, and then we are returning simple result. Now let's run this code as well. All right, so let's see. So what we are getting a result. All right, so we don't use this without math library. We have to use a math. Now let's see. So again, one more error, that means what dictionary of get. Okay, I forgot our syntax. I don't know why. Let's see now. Now it should gonna pass, right? But still, all right. I don't know where my mind going. Dictionary dot get, not dictionary dot put. Whenever we need to insert a value, we need to use a put method, right? So you can see, guys, all that escape passed. So let's submit this particular code and see whether it's working fine or not. So you can see, guys, this also successfully got submitted. So we have successfully submitted with Java as well. Fine. Now what we are going to do, we are going to say move to the next programming language, which is nothing but JavaScript. Now let's move to the JavaScript. Let's take a JavaScript value. Fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say nothing but let first of all result is 1. Once we took a result, we are going to say okay, create a map as well. So we can say const our map name, let's say dictionary, is going to be nothing but new map. Fine. And just give me a second. What we are going to do, okay. What we are going to do, we are going to say for let I is equal to 0. I less than, we can say arr dot length and a plus plus, and here what we are going to do, we are going to say fine, this is the case. Now we have to get a default value, right? So we can say our let count is nothing but equal to dictionary dot, we can say we can use a method. What method we can use? We can use a method. Oh, we have to check that particular thing, right? So we can say map uh, functions or methods in JavaScript, right? Actually, JavaScript is my new language, so I don't have much knowledge on JavaScript, but we can use it over here for inserting a set. Fine. So try it. All right. So here we have this method set and has, right? So we have a set and we have a has, but we can use a default value as well. All right. So default, what we can see, right? Default, right? So we can say, okay. So it's not look like this. So we can move here and there. Right. Map method with the default value. So we'll just what we'll do, we'll simply say dictionary dot set. First of all, we can use a has. If that particular key is having, then we can say return that particular thing. What error of I minus difference. Fine. And if it is not having, then we can what we can do, we can say return nothing but zero, right? We can do like this. Fine. And after that, what we are going to do, we are going to say fine. It should be the plus one, right? So we are going to say count should be this particular plus one, right? Once this is done, we are going to say result should be maximum of result comma count, right? And we can't use a maximum here, we have to use math dot maximum. Once this is done, what we are going to do, we are going to find, then we are going to say our dictionary dot set. You have to set this particular on this particular key error of I minus difference, and you have to set nothing but we can say this particular count, right? After that, you have to just return simply nothing but result. Let's see whether it's working fine or not. And if it's have any error, then we are going to see this fine. And let's just give me a second. So it's returning an error that is nothing but we can say 1 and 4, right? So what we are doing actually here, all right, so we are putting in this particular difference. We are going to say we have to put on this. Now let's see. JavaScript is simple, but yeah, really hard to understand. Again, thing count is 2, error of difference has math.max of result and count. Fine, it's looking right. And then we are setting on this particular key, this particular thing. So just give me a second, guys. Okay. Fine, let me just go to this particular thing. I'm just doing a Google, right? Nothing else. So right, we have to use nothing but get function only. So I have a documentation of JavaScript which help me to keep better. If you need, I'll share in the documentation description as well. So this may be helpful, guys. You can see we have to use a get method which is used to get the element, and use a set method which is used to insert the element. Now let's submit this code. I'm just like you guys. I'm just keep learning the JavaScript. I don't have much context on JavaScript, but yeah, you can see this, guys. This also successfully got submitted. So we have successfully implemented it Python, C++, Java, and JavaScript programming language. If you have any kind of doubt in the three sections, understanding part, logic part, and the implementation part, you can write in the comment section. I'm always there to help you. And if you learn something new in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Meet you in the next video.